Okay, this video is going to be pretty fast, and I just wanted to show y'all what a direct mail campaign looks like. This is incredibly weird for us. We do not do this. All of our direct mail letters, they get, to where it's just an Excel list. We send it out to the mail house. They do all the letter printing, envelope stuffing, and then they actually mail it out. The reason we do that is because we do bulk, the pre-sort rate, and this is actually not for our normal land business, which is what we're always sending direct mail for. To give perspective in that land business of ours, this let me think. So it was this week we just paid the postage bill. I think that was 11,000, almost $11,400. That's just postage, and that was over 28,000 letters. So of course that business sends a lot of mail, and typically we send tens of thousands per month during our direct mail campaigns. So we don't necessarily send out 30,000 per month, 12 months in a row. Sometimes we could send 30 or 40,000 a month, but then we may send out a campaign of 100,000, 120,000 over 4 months, and then wait until those deals come in. And so we think about it more of direct mail campaigns, not so much this many letters sent 12 months in a row, if that makes sense to y'all. Okay, the point of the video is I just wanted to show y'all what physical direct mail looks like. This is a highly bizarre campaign. So these are like a 6x9 envelope. And if you're wondering why I'm not showing you the other side, it is because YouTube, it's against their terms of service to dox people. So I can't show you the names and everything. Plus, I don't want to show you this client's name. This is a home service business that I just pitched in, and I'm helping them. And I wanted to show you what a highly unusual direct mail campaign looks like. And the thing that makes this so weird is actually that the list of people that this is going to is pretty wild. So it's incredibly proprietary how they come up with the list. It's not a list of previous customers, and it is not as simple as just buying a list of clients. So, like in home services, because of course we're coming from real estate, we go on to anything you can imagine, like REI Pro, PropStream, you name it, and we buy real estate data. However, a lot of times home service businesses, they're buying from a list provider that has nothing to do with real estate. So it's like homeowners in this zip code and a plumber or an electrician or an HVAC company, they'll mail to everybody in that zip code because they have a house that's this much or these people make this much money. However, is what was cool about this is you could not buy the list of these people. And that is because it is so weird how this list had to be obtained. So because it's proprietary, I'll give you a different example. So let's think about it like if you're selling pool service cleaning. And let's say that for some reason you can't buy a list of people who own in ground pools so that you could service them each month. Well, there are ways that you can go onto satellite and then see clearly, okay, those people clearly have a pool. So now you could build a list manually by using a real estate data website where they have satellite integrated in, which basically all of the big real estate data providers do that now. And so imagine now you have a virtual assistant, and then you've trained them to go out and search for a property that has some unique attribute. Because, of course, this is not a pool company. I can't tell you what it is because I've never heard of anybody doing this. This was a pretty wild situation. But I'm just wanting to help you because if you can translate what we get here to land, uh, it could be anything. It could be like even mobile home parks are very easy to get lists of, even if you had to look for them on satellite by having virtual assistants go and find those. However, you could still think more outside of the box on niching down to where, yes, it's single homes, and then the owner could be out of state, out of county, and stuff like that. But you can keep niching down even further. So for us, since we're in the land business, we do some pretty niche stuff. I don't want to give that away just openly because, of course, once you figure out that you're the specialist at one kind of property, you don't really want to tell the whole world about that because that's what makes you unique. And so many land investors, so many house wholesalers, whatever, they're just out there trying to do any deal imaginable, but is where I had found success is in trying to be the niche guy. So we go after land and we go after extremely specific land. So I can't necessarily give it away, but it's land that's undeveloped. No one's using it. No one who, like the people that own it, in general, they have never used it. They've owned it for a long period of time, but is what we like to do is we look for certain attributes of the land, and then that's who we target. And you could make that up. You could be someone who only buys timberland, and then you can get more niche with that on the data. So I don't want to give too much away, but I'm hoping that this is going to kind of help you. This campaign was definitely one of the weirdest that I have ever helped putting together. And the cool thing about these letters is, on this side, it's just got a forever stamp. One stamp will send an envelope this size, provided that you don't put too many pieces of paper. But if it's two pieces of paper inside, it'll mail with one forever stamp. Uh, it's got a printed return address label. It does not say the company name because we want this to have as close to 100% open rate as possible. And then the thing that does make these unique is with direct mail companies, you can, of course, buy the labels, you can get envelope printing. However, we wanted to test the highest possible open rate, so it's got handwritten addresses on it. That is as close to 100% open rate as you can get. The only thing that we could have done better would be put something that's lumpy in here, so then you would have lumpy direct mail. But of course, we wanted to stay with one forever stamp. Now, this was just a test batch of about, I think, 963. I wanted to put it in front of you just so you could kind of see what this looks like. I can tell you this mail is incredibly heavy, way heavier than you would probably think. I can't even begin to imagine uh, like our direct mail campaigns for land. Like I would love to see 28,000 envelopes in one area. And of course, I think our biggest mailing month was maybe something along the lines of 44,000 in one month. I believe that was the most we've ever mailed at one time. That is a tremendous amount of money, tremendous amount of time mailing out those offers for our virtual assistant team. And of course, I do hate calling them virtual assistants. They are way more than that. They have college degrees. They are incredibly specialized at what they do. But, anyways, staying on the topic of direct mail, I really want y'all to think outside the box. Think about if you could find a list of people and then narrow it down by something you could see from satellite or something to do with the homeowner, or I'm sorry, the property owner, could be a home, whatever the case could be. And I want you to see if you could become a specialist at something incredibly niche down to where, let's say that your list had 5,000 properties to look for. What if you could narrow that down to like 500? Because you realized when you looked at your past deals, you found out that these types of deals made you the most money. They were the easiest to obtain, and now you become the specialist at just going after those deals because that's what we've done. We have looked at our past deals and said, okay, the 10 that we did that was highly profitable, that is where the best money was at. And then we just go after those properties in a very specific way. And you can actually look at entire states at one time, or you could look at 20 counties within a state and try to do that. So I really hope that helps. And I'll see y'all in the next video.